The hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro. The hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
Before we begin today, a couple of quick updates to give you before we get to our formal discussions for the show. First of all, viewership dipped, engagement dipped. Excuse me. I just want to let you know, yes, it does seem, as I continue to track the situation, that views on YouTube seem to be working again. Just to give you some perspective here, overnight, part 1 of my Lies of P playthrough received over 200 views, and it's, a week and a half, well, a little over a week old, as opposed to last week, that video was getting like 50 views a day. So you're going to tell me that over a week later, after the game had come out, more people are watching the playthrough than when the game was hot and had just come out. So I definitely think that the issue is fixed. It's just a matter of that there's literally like 5 missing days of views that should have been on there and counted properly that wouldn't. It is what it is. Again, just to remind everyone, views are not necessarily representative of the quality of something on YouTube. I strongly recommend you check out the Lies of P playthrough because it's super good. I think the game is outstanding. I'm loving it. It's one of my favorite games of this year. I can't wait to play more today. Okay? Okay. Also, one other thing. I have some stuff going on personally behind the scenes that's pretty serious, and it may affect me again today. I just want to, tell everyone these next few days, probably over this week, we'll see. This could be an ongoing thing. I told you guys about this yesterday, and then incidentally, I ended up having an incredibly stressful day of streaming with one of the hardest bosses in Lies of P. Well, definitely the hardest boss I fought yet in Lies of P. Arguably one of the hardest bosses I fought in FromSoft history so far. And then trying to get my Lily up to Master Rank in Street Fighter 6. Very stressful gameplay there. So it was like stress in my real life behind the scenes and then stress on the streams. But the good news is that kind of distracted me from everything going on in real life, which was nice. It was nice to have that distraction and to take my mind off stuff. So thanks to everyone who was here yesterday and enjoyed the streams, and thanks to anyone here today. But again, just so you know, if today things seem out of sorts, I seem overly emotional for some odd reason, it's probably why. It's probably not something to do with the business or the streams or us hanging out or anything like that. Today's streams are going to be Lies of P and Starfield, so a little similar to yesterday and then something completely different. I just want to forewarn you, because if I have an emotional outburst or something, I just want you to know that it's not you, it's me and the things going on with me over here in my life that I can't really affect. You know what I mean? And there's some things in life you just can't do anything about. They're a part of life, and it's like, all right, well, if it happens, it happens. And as it's happening, it's stressful. Let's just put it that way, okay? So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. And it's funny because some people are like, well, tell us what's going on. Can you give us details? Can you hint? No. You have to understand that I would love to do that. And, many, many years ago, that's how I was. I was a very transparent guy. I told you about everything going on in my personal life. And what ended up happening was my hate watchers and people who benefit from spreading lies, misinformation, and slander on the internet would basically take everything I said and turn it into something toxic, horrible, terrible conspiracy theories that weren't true, and essentially do whatever they can to make drama for their own personal benefit. I know that sounds stupid because I'm a small-time creator, but they have latched onto me like hemorrhoids on my ass, and they won't go away no matter how much preparation H I use, if you know what I'm saying. So the moment that I would even give you a hint of what is actually going on is the moment that these idiots would use it for something toxic, negative, or for their own personal benefit. So I'm not going to do that, okay? Again, as much as I know that probably many of you would understand, even if I told you what was going on. You'd be like, yeah, okay, I've been there, but I can't. I can't tell you because of these messed up people, all right? So please understand. I hope you respect my privacy. There's not much else that I'm going to say about it besides just understand this is going on, and sorry if I do look or sound a little different or emotional or something today. That is probably the reason why. All right? Okay. One funny thing. I'm about to come on camera, by the way, here, and chill with you all. But one funny thing, YouTube screwed up playlists. So we were all sitting here on the before I started talking. Hello, everyone. We were all sitting here, and my playlist started playing somebody else's song, and everyone's like, "What the hell was that?" So I looked at it. YouTube recoded again. They do this. They push code updates without testing them. They do it literally every time. They just put out code that's wrong, screws up the whole site, then they fix it after the fact. So the coding kicked you out of your own playlist if you were in a playlist, and basically kicked you out of it for no reason. And then when you click on the buttons to either say loop a song or shuffle this playlist, it just closes the entire menu for no reason. And it has never done that before. And there's no reason for it to do that. Just because I hit shuffle or loop, why would it close the menu? Because they fucked it up. That's how they do it. They code everything wrong, they screw it all up, and never admit fault. Anyway. So anyway. How's everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Thanks to everyone joining here. Thank you. So, just so you guys know, this week, my goals on my streams are as follows. Goal number 1, get 650 subs, 650 members by the end of the week. Tomorrow is my final streaming day of the week, okay? So, as you can see, we're at 649. The thing was, we were above it. We were at 660. But this is what keeps happening, is we gain a whole bunch of memberships, and then a ton expire over the week, and then we're under it. Well, last week, the goal was 650, and then we dipped under it by the end of the week. And now the goal is again 650, and again, we're dipped under it again. So, tonight, if you would like to become a member of this channel and gain a ton of benefits, or maybe help your fellow viewer feeling generous, maybe give some memberships to the channel, everyone I'm sure would appreciate that, and it would help the channel a lot. That's number 1, okay? Number 2, tips. Our goal is to hit the tier 1 tips goal every single day. We did that every single stream so far, except last night, Street Fighter 6 stream. We got close but didn't, but that was all right because we had an exceptionally good daytime stream. Today, we hit the tier 1 tips goal on the first stream. We did it. It wasn't over the top. It was just around 50, 60 bucks, so we did it. Tonight, again, if we can hit that tier 1 tips goal of 50 bucks, that would be awesome. That would be in line with what I'm looking for this week. It would help a lot. If you are enjoying tonight's stream, chilling and having a good time with me, and you want to support, tipping or membership or gift a membership would be great ways to do so and would help a ton to help me hit my goals for the week. So thank you for that. Speaking of which, someone tipped me $2 during the break. Let's see here. All right, I got a $2 tip. So people keep bringing this up. Listen, all right, I'm just gonna say this. I basically have been telling everyone recently on my podcast that some personal stuff is going on behind the scenes. Okay, it is. It's annoying stuff. It's frustrating stuff. It's stressful stuff. It's worrying stuff. It's a lot of things. However, it's personal stuff. The only reason I'm bringing it up in my content is because I want you guys to know that if it seems like things are a little off with me, if I get a little bit emotional, if maybe I get a little bit sad, a little bit angry, whatever it may be, it's likely not because of what we're doing. I want you to understand that if that comes through, it has nothing to do with you, and I don't want anyone to take it the wrong way if I seem like, oh my God, why is he so upset tonight, whatever. It's not this. It's not this. It's other stuff going on, okay? So please understand that. But that's the only reason I'm really saying it, all right? But people keep now they're bringing it up all day. Now you got people coming in here saying, oh, it's this, it's this. No, it's not. It's not anything. I didn't tell you what it is on purpose because I don't want to talk about it all day. I want to get my mind off of shit by streaming. You understand? That's the point. When I stream in here, I can keep my mind off of all the nonsense and the really awful things happening in my real life. You understand? So I appreciate the concern. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the kind words, but I don't want to talk about it. That's the whole point. Get it? So the more you bring it up, it's kind of counterproductive. Fair enough? So this person tipped $2 to bring it up. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I really, it's the last thing I want to do is start talking about that tonight, okay? We're having a chill night stream. There should be a nice, relaxing stream. That's all I want to focus on. Not thinking about other shit, all right? So, thank you very much to this anonymous $2 tipper. I'm not taking it the wrong way. I don't think that you meant to be, you know, offensive or anything, but please understand the whole point is that just being here and chilling and being positive and having a good time, conversation, supporting the stream, you know, the things you guys usually do, that's the best way to help right now. Not bringing up the fact that something's going on. I don't need to remember that. Okay? Thank you. Okay? No, of course. Swagonitos says, unfortunately, now it's open to speculation. You know people are nuts. Of course, they're nuts. But you notice, I've given you zero hints. Zero. So there's no one could possibly know anything. All people can do is make shit up, in which case they're doing it for their own personal benefit, to get clickbait views, to make money, to get popular, to basically cause problems, to make other people's lives miserable. Again, they're called misery brokers, people who literally benefit when someone else's life is having a bad time, they're having a good time. So that's why I'm not giving them any inkling of anything. I refuse to tell them anything because they're just scumbags. And I don't support scumbags and the shit that they do. Okay? Okay. I've gotten, let's see here. $1 tip from Ernie. What do the beverages usually have with dinner? As I said, oh crap, I just completely clicked on a stupid ad. Get the fuck out of here with that. With dinner, I have a cup of tart cherry juice because I do have a medical condition that is a acid imbalance in my blood. Okay? It's called, well, it's actually called, what's the technical term for it? Uric acid imbalance. The short term for it is gout. What happens is if I have too much uric acid in my blood, which tends to happen when I eat certain kinds of foods, I get tons of inflammation, giant crystals form in my joints, causing excruciating pain. It makes it feel like someone's stabbing me, and I can't walk around and move because of it. So I've had to change my lifestyle and my diet in the last 7-8 years of my life for this. And I drink one giant glass, it's huge, like 16 ounces, of tart cherry juice every day. And it actually helps. And the thing is, this is so weird, all right? There's no medical evidence, supposedly, that it works. But when I started having this condition about 8 years ago, I started drinking cherry juice regularly. And then about 1.5 years ago, on a whim, I said, I wonder what would happen if I just stopped drinking it. So I stopped. And within 2 weeks of me not drinking it, I got an insane flare-up where my whole foot swelled up and was in excruciating pain, probably the second worst I've ever had. And I was like, obviously it's doing something. Why is it not medically documented that it works? If it's working, here's my evidence right here that it works, right? So since then I went back on it and now I'm good. I actually have not had an outbreak, or a flare-up I should say, in about 1.5 years. So there you go. Anyway, that's what I drink with dinner every day. I received a $10 tip. What do you think it will take to clean up Seattle? A million things. It would take better leadership. It would take more support of law enforcement, stricter laws. Like, I'm not kidding you. Right now, this is the absolute truth. There's people out there shoplifting. If you get caught shoplifting, here's what happens. The cops show up, they take the stuff from you, and they let you go into the street. You don't even get arrested. You don't even get a crime on your record. They just let you go. That's how it is out here in Washington State. So what incentive is there for them to not shoplift when there's zero punishment for it? Right? So that's what I mean. If crime is going to stop and things are going to get better, we need to have people in positions of power who take it seriously and care about the well-being of the people and the businesses and everything going on around here, that they'll actually do something about it. Right now, we don't have that. Okay? So that's just the situation. And, I'm no leader. I certainly don't want to be a leader in Seattle in any way, shape, or form. But also, I don't have to go there. And I haven't been there in many years because of this. Because it got so bad, I just don't deal. I'm never going there. Not until something actually changes and they fix that shit. Do I want to go to Seattle and see crime all around me and be a part? No. I want nothing to do with that at all. Right? Yes, the blimp says you can rob a store, they'll let you go. As long as you don't leave. They will show up to the store, take the stuff back from you, and let you go. Here's another case. There's a smash and grab thing going on in Washington State. People steal a car, they drive it through the front glass doors of a business, they go inside, they rob the business, they rob the cash register, they rob the ATM, and then they leave. If the cops show up and see you doing it, if you jump into a car and leave, they won't follow you. They just document what happened. Because according to our lawmakers, it's too risky to follow them. Too much of a public risk to follow them. So they're allowed to drive away, and they have to rely on hopefully finding out that license plate on the car they're driving away is going to give away who robbed the place, and hopefully they'll be able to catch them. Guess how many times they catch them? So, there you go. That's all I have to say about that. This is not a political stream, but you asked the question, that's how it is out here. So, okay. Let's not talk about that for the rest of the night now. Let's change the subject. All right, so thank you for the early tips. I think it's time to boot up the game and get started. Again, guys, best way to support the stream would be tips. If we hit the tier 1 tips goal, that's my goal for tonight. And any memberships would help the channel tremendously tonight as well. Okay, let's get started.
Tipping me helps me more than anything.